good morning, everyone, and welcome to this day. It is Friday, kind of a thick marine layer out today, a little bit thicker, be a tiny bit cooler today, but things are going to start to warm up this weekend. I'll tell you about that in just a moment. On our show today from United, we have Cash Akwakar, and he's going to talk about the preparedness, disaster preparedness program, and all of the different mutuals work together on that, as does GRF, and he's part of that, and we'll tell you how to get prepared. Also, Dan Oweiler is here from Sterling Financial Advisors. Today we're going to really talk about scams, primarily Social Security scams, and I've got one of those calls before. We'll tell you how to, well, really just ignore them. That's what you need to do. Sunshine Performance Club, we have Sunshine Ludi here today with David Hartman. They're going to talk about an event that they're having this weekend, and also Dan Daly from Alzheimer's Orange County Club, and they're having an upcoming meeting he will tell you about. Now, as far as meetings go today, there is only one, and that is, there's two. United has their new resident orientation in the board meeting. That's going to be happening at 9 o'clock, and so just about a half hour from now if you're watching us in the morning. And then third, we'll have their agenda prep, and that will be in the Sycamore Room at 9:30. Now, let's tell you about the weather. And nice day today, a little bit thicker marine layer, so the coast, we're going to be a while before they really clear up, and probably to the late afternoon. Here, maybe about 10, 11 o'clock or so, there was a thick marine layer yesterday. It actually dissipated pretty quickly, but going forward, let's just look at tomorrow, 77 degrees. That's sort of normal, really. Early June, of course, the June gloom, the morning marine layer. So upper 70s is pretty normal temperature. We're going to go slightly above normal Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. There's going to be little to no fog those days. There's probably going to be right along the coast some, but overall you can see those temperatures are going to really start to go up, and for about 3 or 4 days, and then it'll go back down to kind of what we have today. So really nice stretch of weather. Let's look around the state, and just absolutely beautiful everywhere you go. Look at the Bay Area. That's where I'm from, and I can tell you 82 degrees. And I take the temperature, by the way, from San Mateo, where the city where I grew up in, which is right down from San Francisco. So 82 degrees for their average, that's warm for that area this time of the year. And the temperatures I'm showing you here are sort of an average, because there's going to be a difference of anywhere from about 4 to maybe 8 degrees between Saturday and Sunday, really throughout the state. So I'm kind of averaging that. So if you look at Palm Springs, 105, well, tomorrow there'll probably be 102, and then Sunday there'll probably be closer to about 107. On Monday, maybe even warmer than that. So just warmer everywhere you go on Sunday, but beautiful throughout the state. Just really, really nice weather. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. We'll see you then.
The Red Sox are 1 out away. And the Dodgers are down to their final strike. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series. And the best team in baseball wins it all.
Hi, I'm Sharon. I am so pleased to welcome you to JTV. We're a 24/7 home shopping network focused exclusively on jewelry and gemstones. And because we believe every woman deserves to be lifted up, we love to help her sparkle, keep her informed, and make her smile. Our viewer is passionate about jewelry and gemstones, and we share her passion. Because of that, she keeps coming back, making us one of the top retailers in the United States. We sell extraordinary products at extraordinary prices. Welcome to JTV.
Did you know that we are living longer, healthier lives than ever before? And did you know that social interaction, brain stimulation, and exercise improve your quality of life? Did you know the Saddleback College Emeritus Institute offers 200 tuition-free classes to older adults in South Orange County? With over 30-plus locations between Lake Forest and San Clemente, it has never been easier to take advantage of your third act of life. Sign up today. If your loved one is struggling, trying to maintain independence in their home, Acticare can help. Our caregivers provide home care services to relieve the strain placed on family and make staying at home possible. Don't let another day go by without getting the care they deserve.
We can provide your loved one the care they need and motivation and give you peace of mind. Please call to set up a free care consultation.
Acticare, responsive in-home care. Your first day is free.
Welcome back. Kash Akrakar is here from United. However, you're really talking about something that involves the entire village.
Yes.
And that is Disaster Preparedness Task Force.
Yes. We have an excellent leader, Tim Moy, and his group has put together a disaster preparedness plan that is being followed by neighboring cities, and he's been recommended, awarded, whatnot. But now, most of us are still not very aware they think the disaster will happen to somebody else.
Right.
That is not true, because it can happen here, and there are so many ways we can be hurt.
Right.
You know, fire dangers, earthquake dangers, you name it, and we have to be prepared. Everyone has to have some preparedness so that you're not surprised and you're not in jeopardy.
Right, right.
So what I'm going to talk about today not only belongs to the village, it belongs to the whole entire humanity, Southern California.
Right.
If they want to listen to what I'm saying. Of course, you know, TV6 is only for us.
Right. So on the screen here, we have a schedule of different things that are going to be happening. A little bit hard to see because this was just taken off a flyer that was given out. One of them already happened. That was CPR training.
Yes.
And that was a couple days ago.
Yes.
So coming up, this is really more about some good neighbor training that's coming up on July 13th, and then going forward each month, there's something coming up.
Yeah, good neighbor captain, this different training is given almost every week.
Okay.
In Clubhouse 7, Clubhouse 5, you name it. We have one coming up on July 13th, good neighbor captain training. What this thing is, we have so many buildings and so many cul-de-sacs.
Right.
You know, we want to have somebody take responsibility, meet their neighbors, be the captain in case of disaster, get to know everybody, line up a plan for their group, their cul-de-sac, their building, whatever. So you're prepared.
Right.
And Disaster Preparedness Task Force under Tim Moy provides the required training, required paperwork, and you know, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
You have to, not only will you enjoy it, you will earn brownie points with the guy in the sky, helping your own neighbors and helping yourself.
All right, so there's a very easy way to get involved with that. And one of them is you can go down to the office here in the Community Center building and find out more about that.
Yes. We have an office right now in the main community center. Of course, it's more like a closet because we are still trying to find a hole or right place for it.
Right, right.
But you can have, they are providing you with necessary information, what you can do, what you cannot do, and things of that nature for disaster preparedness for yourself. And there are so many tips available that you should visit that office. It's open 10 till 12 every day, working day. And it's right next to the alterations department back in the corner, but that's temporary location. As soon as we find something better, it'll be moved.
Okay. Now, just in general, you know, you've got some tips. We've got a graphic that we'll put up here. Just how to be prepared. And this is one I just found online. Different things might suit you better, but you know, it's basically kind of a grab and go type thing. And you know, where you're prepared and you've got some sort of a backpack or whatever it might be of what you, just some of the things that you may need.
We have so many survival kits. I brought one from my goodie bag. This costs only $6. It has got lots of water as well as food bar.
Yes, yeah.
And something you should have handy in case of disaster. Other things you can do, main thing happens in disaster, you run out of water.
Right.
And on general, approximately 20 gallons of water you need per person to survive through a disaster like this.
Okay.
And fortunately, we have water heaters in every room, every unit.
Yeah.
That are like 40 gallons. All you need is to get a white portable hose and have it handy.
Yeah.
As soon as the disaster happens, and if your water heater is accessible, you should go there, turn off the power supply to it.
Right.
And turn off the water going out to your sinks and other things in the house, and see if you can hook up the hose so you can tap and drink water.
Okay.
Okay, and it's very simple, not a complicated application, but you have to realize what to do. Other things you can have yourself is the kits that are available in your storage. You have one-person kit, you have two-person kits, car kit, you name it. And they go from anywhere from literally $2 Red Cross first aid booklet or a bag for two-person for $6, all the way up to like $40-some, okay? But you should be prepared. Now, can I talk more on this?
Yeah, please, yeah.
What you need to do in case of disaster is different things such as, what do I do with it? Okay, you have to develop a disaster preparedness plan so everybody in your group knows where to go, where to meet, where to assemble, and what you need to do. You have to get a kit ready and also be prepared. What should be in your kit? A battery, can opener, because when you have cans but you don't have can opener, you can't eat the canned food.
Right, right.
Incidentally, ready-to-eat food is available, will be soon available in our disaster preparedness office.
Okay.
You have to have basic first aid kit, you have to have battery-powered flashlight, radio, fresh drinking water, most needs for food for pets, if you have pets, a fire extinguisher if you have handy, blankets, beddings, all kinds of things. These brochures are available for anybody who can just visit the office.
Yeah.
Okay, and some of the things that you need to have extra in your survival kit, as I said, some walking shoes, first aid kits I talked about, toiletries, plastic sheeting for windows, etc. Gloves is another important thing,
right?
Because you need to pick up broken glass and you don't want to cut yourself. And some loose money like dollar bills, enough to survive, because most likely banks will be also closed.
Right.
In case of. And keep your medicine that you use. They are in the refrigerator, but keep a history. So someone comes in checking on you, your good neighbor captain, he will know to go pick up your medicine or whatever. And all kinds of things. Please try to support our Tim Moy's efforts and help ourselves and help our neighbors, basically.
All right. And again, down first floor is the office.
Yes.
And I know like you said, you guys are looking for something a little bit bigger.
Bigger, yeah. But it is going to take time because we're so crammed up for a place.
Yeah.
And we don't want to hide that office in some other clubhouse which is not frequently visited.
Right, right.
The main town center sees more people on a daily basis. That's
right.
why we have it there.
Yeah.
But we'll think of something.
All right, very good. Cash, always good to see you.
Thank you so much.
You take care, and we'll be right back.
Thank you, everybody. And I would like to see you guys at the July meeting in Clubhouse Dining Room 1 in Performing Arts Center about
Okay.
neighbor captains. Be
All
your
right, and
leader.
we'll make sure to mention that as we get close to that date.
Thank
All right, we'll be right back.
Before the next earthquake, take 30 seconds to refresh your memory about these important disaster preparedness tips. Make a family emergency plan. Decide how you'll get in touch with each other, where you'll go, and what you'll do in an emergency. Build a disaster supply kit with enough water, food, and emergency supplies to last at least 3 days. It's important to have disaster supply kits for work, cars, and pets too. Find and fix items in your home that might hurt someone by moving, breaking, or falling during an earthquake. Know how to react safely when the ground shakes. If you're inside, stay there. Remember to drop, cover, and hold on. Drop down onto your hands and knees and cover your head and neck with your arms to protect yourself from falling objects. If you can move safely, crawl under a sturdy desk or table and hold on to one of the legs until the shaking stops. After an earthquake, help people who are hurt or trapped. Call 911 for emergencies only. Check your home for damage, including gas or water leaks, damaged wiring, or downed power lines. Protect your family and your home by making a plan, building a kit, and practicing disaster drills at least twice a year. Be sure to visit readyoc.org for more information on emergency preparedness and alertoc.com to sign up for emergency alerts and notifications. We want you to be prepared for a disaster just as much as you do.
I'm Wendy Miller, your Smiley Realtor with RE/MAX and your Laguna Woods real estate specialist. I'm here today with the first of my 7 home selling tips for seniors. Some seniors prefer to rely on the real estate agent who has sold the most properties in their neighborhood. Others seek the most often recommended from family and friends. The right professional will ask questions about your future goals. He or she will help you decide upon a realistic listing price and answer all of your questions promptly before asking you to sign a listing agreement. Give me a call and I will help you make the right move.
It's time for a reinvention. It's time to write new chapters in our life stories. Every story includes a middle, where important events unfold. A second act, if you will, where characters learn more about themselves, where people discover how truly different life could be. A reinvention, a retirement. It's time to turn your hobbies into creative businesses, to volunteer using skills gathered across a lifetime, to hit the open road in search of new horizons and fresh faces. It's time to grab those grandchildren and hold them close. Grand adventures. Or simple pleasures. Today's retirement is different. It's not the final chapter in the book of life, but rather a new beginning. A second act.
Welcome back. Dan Oweiler was with me today from Sterling Financial Advisors.
Hi, Jim.
Welcome back. It's been a long time.
Well, it's been a few weeks.
Yes.
The holidays, and we were out of town the last scheduled trip, or meeting, but we're back now.
All right. Well, today we're not specifically talking about investing, but we are talking about protecting your money, just in a different way.
Right.
And
I thought this was interesting because
Yeah.
it's happened to a couple of my clients.
Yeah.
And if they're not careful, that you can get in trouble.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And so that was the current popular fraud going on now regarding Social Security.
Yes.
You know, and so I got a call about probably 2 or 3 months ago from a client, older client in her 80s. She says, Dan, I think I just got scammed. And she had received this call, and probably a lot of your viewers.
I've received it.
You've received calls. I've received calls on our cell phones. They're getting our cell phone numbers now. It's not just landlines. Now they're calling our cell phones, and they say that, you know, there's been an alert regarding your Social Security number, and you need to call this number so we can get it resolved for you. And if you don't do that, and she ended up calling the number. And okay, well, what's your Social Security number? So she gave it to him, and it's not an official call, because Social Security doesn't do that.
No, they don't call you.
Okay, so your viewers just need to be aware that if they ever get a call stating that, you know, your Social Security has been compromised and you need to call this number, two things that happen. One is that you get charged for that call.
Yes,
you know, so they make money off of you by for you calling that number.
That's right.
And then they take your Social Security number and can do all kinds of things with it. So I was actually sitting in an appointment yesterday with an existing client. We're having our annual review, and she got a phone call in the office, and he says, "Oh, this is that Social Security calling again." I said, "Well, do you know that you can block those numbers from your phone?" So a lot of older people don't know that you can actually block numbers from coming into your phone again. And so we actually took her phone, and she didn't know how to do it, and so I'm not sure, should I call my 3-year-old to come in and do it for me, you know? But we took her phone, and we actually blocked that number going forward. So, but your viewers just need to be aware that Social Security never don't do that. And so they need to be aware that this scam is going on, and they should be aware that not to call that number.
Right. We've had, you know, Jeffrey Rodriguez, who's with Social Security. In fact,
we actually had him come to our clients and give a presentation.
Yeah, and as he says, we never call you. What we will do is, if you call us to set up an appointment, we actually send you out a letter saying we will call you on this date and time.
Right, right.
And you know, as I said, I got this call, which is strange. I'm not in Social Security. And you know, I told Jeffrey about it because it was just starting. He's going, yeah, they're spoofing our number. That's what they're doing, meaning they're copying the number. And so he gave me the information that I have on the screen, which is the Office of Inspector General.
Sure.
And you can go on there, and he goes, you know, do me a favor, go on there and fill out a report, just so we know. We want to keep track of all this. And so you can do that if you want, or call them, or whatever you like to do. But what's interesting, and I always tell people this, if you get a call on your phone and you don't know that number, do not answer it. Now, I answered it, and the reason I did is because that particular day, my water service, Sparklets, they always call and say, tomorrow is your scheduled, you know, we're
Cox Cable or somebody, you know.
So I go, this is the day they always call. If you don't answer it, they'll keep calling to make sure you're going to be. And I thought, yeah, I think this is the one, and you know, right away.
Well, the unfortunate thing is they're also, these fraudsters are getting so technologically advanced that they will use a local zip code number. In fact, it doesn't always have to be from Florida or some other state. They'll actually use a local zip code number that is unknown. And so you just need to be aware, if it doesn't come up on your screen that somebody, or you know, caller unknown, I probably wouldn't answer it. I've always told my wife, if it's important enough, they'll leave a message. You know, if it's not important, or a robocall, you know, I don't know what good the do not call lists are anymore, you know, because
no, they don't work. However, I did hear this morning on the news the FCC is now working, or basically, I don't know if it's like giving permission or giving the technology or whatever it is to AT&T and Sprint and all those to be able on their own to block robocalls.
Oh, really?
So it will never
Okay.
get to you.
Okay.
I don't know when that's going to go into effect, and I also heard if you're somebody who has an iPhone, that when iOS 13 comes out, which will be
the
later
update.
on.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
That'll be in the fall. They are really ramping up being able to automatically block these calls. And
Right.
if it's not somebody that you know, they're doing something where the call won't even come through to you.
Well, technology
it's
is a
getting
great
there.
thing. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate that,
Yeah.
however, that the dark side of the web and
Right.
dark side of the internet and things affects us.
Yeah.
You know, technology is a great thing, and you know, how many times do we say, "Oh, this stupid computer," but if they took away computers from us, you know,
Right.
we'd go back to pen and paint, paper and pencil, and
Yeah.
it would be very unfortunate. But you know, I just felt like with my client that actually did get scammed, she was unfortunate that she went through on that, and she had to call her bank and all that and clean everything up and block it. And then again, yesterday, I just felt that it was something your viewers who maybe haven't been noticed or had that happen to.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you know, here in the community that people talk and let them know that not to answer those
Right.
calls. But
And there's another one. This has nothing to do with money. Well, it will. It
Eventually.
could. But just so you know, because I got them just earlier this week, calls saying, you know, if you don't get back to us, the FBI is going to come and arrest you.
Yeah, right,
and they
right,
called
right.
me like 3 times during the day because they're probably waiting for me to. It goes, press 1. Well, you press 1.
Right.
And guess what? Like you said, some of it, all they're doing is that you're almost giving permission to charge your phone number.
That's right. And if they get
Yeah.
thousands of people that'll call in and they're getting, you know, $1 a call,
Right.
they're making lots of money.
Yeah.
I've had that happen. The IRS is
Yeah.
wanting
the IRS
you.
is another one.
The
Yes.
IRS wants you to call and call this number, and it's, you know, I had to laugh. My dad had these people that call in, and you know, he'd won a lottery over in
Right.
Jamaica or somewhere,
Yeah.
you know, and his idea was to keep them on the phone. Because the longer they're on the phone with him, the less time they
Yeah.
have to call somebody else. So we would, you know, don't you want money? Well, I don't know if I want any money. And my dad would say,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and he would keep them on the phone for 10 or 15 minutes and
Yeah.
eventually hang up. But he felt like he had the time.
Yeah.
And there's
pretty
nothing else
funny.
to do during the day, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's
That's
just
very funny.
people just need to be fairly aware that, you know, you might get a pop-up on your screen or something.
Right.
That,
Yeah, same thing with that,
if-
yes.
If you or an attachment to an email,
Right.
that's something that you need to be aware of. If you don't recognize that and you press the link, it will download a virus to your
Yeah.
computer, and all these things that have unfortunately affected our technology. There's a good side and a bad side to that, and I think just keeping your viewers aware that
Yeah.
it's good to be aware that these things are going on.
Yes,
you know, so.
definitely. Well, good to have you on. And of course, if anybody wants to talk to you,
We've got seminars coming up
Yeah.
later this month in June. If they would like to, we always hold them at Ruth Chris Restaurant in Irvine.
Yep.
If they would like to come to one of our retirements, the title of it is Surviving and Thriving in Retirement. And,
There you go.
And we'd be happy to have them join us. I think they're last week in June this month. So.
Okay.
So we'd love
and
to
you
have
can go
them.
on sterlingfa.com and get information, or 949-859-8900. You can call them directly. And one of the nice folks there, I'll pick up the phone and talk to you, and maybe you schedule an appointment. If you just want to talk, see where you're at.
Come in and get a second opinion.
All right.
All right. Good
to see you,
again.
sir. Say hi to
All right.
everyone for me.
Take care.
We'll be right back.
had been with another hospice for my husband, Ed. After about 2 months, I thought, they're not doing much for me. So I went to the computer and brought up the list of hospices, and there was OC. The response was immediate. They did everything. They had all their ducks in the row, and that's what I was looking for. It was comforting till the very end, and then at the very end, the last 3 days, you know, it was continuous care, and nobody ever left him.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cartmart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Car here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cartmart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
Welcome back. I'm Kiana Lee. Today we're talking to Dr. Chuck Lee of 7-Day Dental. Today's topic is emergency dental care. Doctor, what do we need to know about emergency dental care?
At 7-Day Dental, we are open 7 days a week, 365 days a year for your dental needs.
Thank you, Doctor. So come on in and get your 7-Day Dental smile.
Are your hearing aids not working as well as you'd like? The person who programs your hearing aids is way more important than how much you spent on them. The good news is that we can help. I'm a retired electronics engineer who will precisely reprogram your hearing aids to your unique hearing loss. If that doesn't give you significantly better hearing, I won't charge you a dime. You have nothing to lose and better hearing to gain. So call Hearing Remedy right now and ask for your personal better hearing appointment.
At Memorial Carey Saddleback Medical Center, we are a magnet designated facility, which means that we're in the top 8% of hospitals across the nation that are recognized for high quality patient outcomes and nursing excellence. And what that means is that we have nurses that are highly engaged and enthusiastic about their workplace, that we have lower vacancy rates, lower turnover, and high nursing satisfaction scores.
Welcome back. We have Sunshine Ludi here today along with David Hartman, and coming up on Sunday at the Performing Arts Center at 7 p.m. they are having an evening of song, and they're going to present several pieces that they're going to be doing, and I should mention along with them will be Jackie O'Neill at the piano. So welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to have you back today. So tell me about this. We've got a program here, and there's quite a lot.
90 minutes worth.
Yeah, there's a lot of songs in here. So tell us about this, because if I'm correct, it's just you two, along, of course, with Jackie on the piano.
Right. Well, David will be singing solos, I'll be singing solos, we'll be having some duets, all interspersed by Jackie at the piano.
Okay.
And of course, she's going to support us in our singing as well. Jackie is fairly new resident. She's only been in the village a couple years.
Okay.
But she has a background of being on Broadway, playing for very famous people.
Oh, very good.
So we're very lucky to have her.
And she traveled with the traveling Broadway musicals throughout the country. So
very
she
nice.
is a very seasoned and a wonderful artist. But the reason that this duet system came about is that in our shows in the past, we've had 15 or 20 or more performers.
Right,
and we have so much to sing about, and we only used to get one song each, perhaps, for an evening.
Right.
And so I said, you know, we have a lot of things we'd like to do. And so it came about me saying, here, now we can sing the whole evening together, duets and solos, and do some of the things that we had nurtured and trained and worked very hard, because it isn't just that we are doing shows for an audience. We sing at home because we love singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this is for a gift for the village, because it is a free show. And it also is a gift to the foundation of Laguna Woods Village, because they will have a table in the lobby where the audience can give them donations.
Which has been a mission of the Sunshine Performance Group from day one of raising money, and have successfully raised way over $100,000 since we started.
You've done remarkable
for the charities.
I'm kind of proud of that.
Yeah. And so this is free to see.
Yes,
however, you know, obviously if people go and see it, it would be nice to stop by their desk and give a donation.
Absolutely, it would be very nice.
Yeah.
And basically what happened is, I know because it's a free show, people will get there early. And so what I did is I created a video. It's actually a little bit better than the one I gave to you.
Okay.
But because I made the pictures at the end a lot bigger, broke it into like 4 screens. So it takes it from the beginning of the village in 1964 with some cool pictures that I got from the History Center, and then traces the musical trail that I had and that we've had together ever since we came to the village 25 and 24 years ago.
Now, this will be on screen, or like as you walk into the lobby?
Screen.
Okay.
So it'll be on the screen in the theater, and we'll run from 6 to 7, and then the real show starts at 7 o'clock.
Okay. Now, as far as the music that's here, you know, you gave me the list.
Yes.
How do you come across the songs? Are they just some of your favorites, or?
A lot of them are favorites. We have this segment from the Fiddler on the Roof. I actually have a violin player that he came over to my house, and I recorded him doing just that first little piece of da, 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 da. And so that starts out that whole segment. And then David comes out, and he is the, if it were a rich man.
The role of Tevye with the costume as an Eastern European peasant. Yeah, and then later on I put on a clown suit and do a little opera piece from Pagliacci. And you know, all kind of stuff is that I and Sunshine have grown up learning and enjoying. No rock and roll. We have some popular and lively things.
Now wait a second.
Yeah.
You obviously grew up with rock and roll.
Well, I'm from the Civil War era.
Now, you know, you would be certainly of an age when rock and roll became popular.
But he kind of put his nose up because he liked the classical stuff.
Musical snob, I confess. My parents were interested just in opera and symphonic music.
Yeah.
Not that they were musicians, they weren't. But that's what I was listening to as a kid.
Yeah.
And
back when he was in the Army, they offered records, to get records for the people that were there.
Right.
Guess what he asked for?
I asked for records for singing by Enrico Caruso, you know. Anyway, but
now, what about jazz? Of course, jazz is something you know would be a little bit harder to sing. There's not a lot of, but I bet you know, jazz is very symphonic in many ways.
Oh yeah, no, I have respect for other forms of music. It's just that I didn't practice them.
Yeah.
I even got him to dance with me to some of the rock and roll numbers. Not very much, but a little bit.
I got interested when I came out of World War II, and I had a friend who said, "Let's go to Carnegie Hall." I said, "I have no money for Carnegie." And he said, you know, he found a way that we could sneak in.
Yeah.
And I've started to listen to classical music, and Beethoven turned me on, if you will.
All right. And now you do more of the, you know, a lot from different movies and Broadway and things like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Broadway shows.
Yes.
A lot of Broadway shows. In fact, most of a good section of our program for Sunday night is from Broadway shows.
Yes.
Various.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do continue in the Fiddler on the Roof theme. I become his wife, and we sing "Do You Love Me?" And then I become his daughter, and I sing "Far from the Home I Love."
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Well, because this is free, all you need to do is show up Sunday night. And as they said, they have a pre-show going on at 6 o'clock. The doors open at 6 at the Performing Arts Center. 7 o'clock, the main show begins. And this certainly benefits the foundation of Laguna Woods Village, so they will be there if you would like to donate some money. And
it's open seating.
It's open seating.
Anyone can come in, and we welcome an audience, actually, and there'll be an evening of fun.
All right, very good. Always good to see you both.
Always
Thank you
good to
very
be
much
here,
for coming
Ken.
on.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you, David. Good to see you. And we'll get you singing hip hop one day or something.
Okay.
Like that. All right, we'll be right back.
Closest thing to rock and roll.
Hi, I'm John Bowser Bauman. You probably know me best as Bowser from Sha Na Na, but I'm also president of Social Security Works PAC. And you know, when I'm in Laguna Woods, I always watch Village Television. Grease for peace.
Christine and Jack for the Jewelry Box.
Hey Christine, after being voted best jewelry store in Orange County every year since 2011, don't you find it kind of odd that there are still folks that don't know about the previously enjoyed jewelry we sell?
Yep, it's a shame, Jack. You know, we buy from our customers at great prices. Our master jewelers refurbish the best of the best, and we sell at prices way below other jewelers.
So that's the reason we're still #1.
It's one of many, Einstein.
The Jewelry Box. It's about trust.
This one is going to be a challenge for me.
Everything's moving 100 miles an hour.
This is your worst nightmare. Get out! Please, bring your dish forward.
MasterChef. Wednesdays are watch anytime on demand or Fox Now.
At Freedom Village Assisted Living, we provide loving care and support when your loved one needs it most. We believe in laughing more and caring more. Dining will be an experience, not just a meal. We offer opportunities to create new memories. Your family will feel like they are part of our family as we work toward creating an extraordinary difference in lives worth living. To schedule a tour and complimentary lunch and for more information, please call us at 949-340-8108 or visit our website, freedomvillage.org.
It's not surprising that the most memorable memorials are the ones we plan ourselves. After all, who knows you better than you? So why not get a plan together and let us take care of the details? It's what we're known for. Find out how at DignityOrangeCounty.com. Only a Dignity Memorial professional can celebrate a life like no other.
#1 choice for wood flooring and more is LA Carpet.
Now during their 2-day sale, visit their showroom now and get 65% off wood flooring, laminate, and waterproof flooring.
Plus, get 5-year, 0% financing.
LA Carpet, #1 for you.
Well, from Alzheimer's Orange County, Dan Daly is with us today. And pleasure to have you back again.
Ken, it's always great to see you. Thank you.
And today we're talking about your upcoming meeting, and this is done with the Alzheimer's OC Club here in Laguna Woods Village. It'll be on Monday.
Correct. And our speaker is going to be Ben Allen. Ben Allen is the coordinator for Memories in the Making, which is our program.
Right.
And he's also a community educator. And he's been doing this for about 5.5 years. About the same amount of time I've been doing working for Alzheimer's Orange County. I might add too that his spouse is living with Alzheimer's.
Oh, okay.
So he has a lot of information that he's going to share with the audience, specifically with the wandering.
Okay. And that is something that, of course, you hear about that happens frequently with people with different kinds of dementia, particularly Alzheimer's, right?
Right. Actually, wandering can occur with somebody with memory problems who get lost very easily. And there's a lot of reasons why they will wander off. Sometimes it's out of stress and fear. They could be in an environment, even at home, and there might be construction going on outside and nearby. They'll hear a loud noise, and they want to find the nearest exit.
Okay.
Or they might be getting bored, and they become restless, and they're looking for something to do. Or the other thing is it might be basic needs. They may want to use the bathroom, and they forget where the bathroom is.
Okay.
And the next thing you know, they're out the front door, and they're wandering, and they're at risk.
Okay. And this is the topic that is going to be presented on Monday. And is it going to be a talk on how to kind of deal with this for the spouse or somebody that's involved? Because it's, you know, obviously we've talked about this before. It's very difficult for the person, the person who is caring for the other.
Right. It's a twofold problem.
Yeah.
The individual who wanders, I'll give you an example. 6 out of 10 with dementia will wander.
Okay.
And that is a pretty big number.
Mm-hmm.
For the family, it's very difficult because you can't bolt down every single door to prevent them from wandering. But when you look at the profile of the wanderer, you have to look at the person who thinks that they want to go home, but they're home.
Right.
So they don't understand the reality of the situation. Or they're so used to getting up and going to work, they feel bored and restless sitting at home, they want to go to work.
Yeah.
So these are the things that they have to be on 24/7 alert. And it's very difficult. One of the things they can do in planning ahead for this, anybody who's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's or some form of dementia, the family should invest in some type of ID bracelet.
Yes, yeah.
Medic Alert seems to be the more popular item. And what that'll do is you register the individual in a national registry. So if they do wander off and they become lost, the first responder will see that bracelet. And on that bracelet will be a phone number. They call that phone number, and then they have the complete history of the individual and who to contact. Now, the other thing that the family can do is they can speak with neighbors and tell the neighbors, by the way, if you see John alone, he does have Alzheimer's or dementia, and please let me know if you see him wandering alone. That's something that they can do. The other thing that they can do is keeping a close track of that individual while they're home. So if they do get restless, come up with an idea as far as a game or some activity that they can get involved in, which will be very helpful.
Okay.
Now, if the individual does wander and they get lost, the recommendations we make is do not look more than 15 minutes. And at that point in time, if you don't see that person, call 911 and file a report.
Okay.
Because then you've got the people who are experts at finding the individual. I'll give you a great example. Several years ago, there was an individual right here in the Laguna Woods Village, and they wandered off. It was about 11 o'clock at night. Well, 2 weeks later, they found the individual. And what happened was that the caregiver, who happened to be the spouse, she was taking a shower and he went out the front door. And very unfortunate, but that's what happens.
Yeah.
So you have to be acutely aware of the activity, and it can be dangerous, no question about it. And but I would say that corresponding, communicating with your neighbors, very, very important.
All right. So this meeting is going to be happening on Monday. That's this Monday, June 10th at 10 a.m. And you're all invited to be there. It'll be over at the Performing Arts Center in room 2. And, you know, I think it's a good idea that even if you're not going through this at this point, and get some valuable information.
Absolutely. You've got to be planning ahead constantly.
Yeah.
It's an unfortunate thing to have to look at and to plan for, but it is a reality.
Yeah.
And the more equipped you are to deal with it, the better off you and the loved one is going to be.
All right. Dan, always good to see you.
Great to see you, Ken.
Take
Thank
care,
you.
And we'll be right back.
Your attention. Please take down this number. Did you know that adults with untreated hearing loss experience a 30 to 40% faster decline in cognitive abilities and are more likely to develop dementia? Those with a mild hearing loss are 3 times more likely to have a history of falling. An annual hearing screening is urgent for memory care to help prevent cognitive decline and thus delay the onset of dementia. Free hearing checkups are now being offered free of charge. If you have not had an annual hearing exam, please take advantage of this free opportunity. If hearing loss is detected, hearing aids will be available to try for 10 days. Evaluations only take 30 minutes, but you must call for an appointment. Hearing screening is urgent for memory care. Please take preventive action. Call now.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Diane's Hallmark is a family-owned Gold Crown store that is much more than just a card store. Our women's department has apparel, accessories, and jewelry featuring Vera Bradley and Bagalini handbags. Our religious department carries many different Christian books and Bibles, plus a great selection of Christian gifts. Of course, we have a large selection of cards and gift wrap as well. Come in and experience our personalized service.
And our movie coming up today is basically a psychological thriller. It's called Glass, and it's really part of a trilogy. This is the third part of this, of Unbreakable, which started 19 years ago in 2000 with Bruce Willis. Then another movie, Split, in 2016, and this is the third part. They were all kind of different movies, but there were crossover characters in them. And that's what this is about. It's about a security guard named David Dunn, who uses his supernatural abilities to track Kevin Wendell Crumb, a disturbed man who has 24 personalities. This came out earlier this year, and as I said, it stars Bruce Willis, also Samuel L. Jackson, and James McAvoy. And it's billed as a drama, sci-fi, and thriller. So a little bit of everything rolled into one here. And that will be today at 2 o'clock and at 7 o'clock. And I want to remind folks we're going to replay Aquaman tomorrow. We showed it on Monday, but that was the day we had a problem with our cable guy, meaning that people couldn't set up their DVRs effectively to record the movie. So we're going to show it again tomorrow, 2 o'clock with subtitles, 6 o'clock without. Now, on Monday, a really good family movie, A Dog's Way Home. This is done by the same gentleman who did the movie and wrote the book, A Dog's Purpose. And this is about a little puppy, Bella, who finds her way into the arms of Lucas, a young man who gives her a good home. When Bella becomes separated from him, she soon finds herself on an epic 400-mile-long journey to reunite with her beloved owner. And along the way, the lost but spirited dog touches the lives of an orphan mountain lion, and down on his luck veteran and some friendly strangers who help her. A really good movie, kind of a heartwarming family movie, and this will be Monday. And right at the end of the movie, you know, a lot of these, you've probably seen a lot of these movies nowadays, particularly the Marvel movies and things like that, always have at the end of the credits, they have some special little feature at the end for a couple minutes. Well, this one at the end has, it's called a dog bakery, which really does exist. There's one in Newport Beach. And it has Bella there while the guy is showing you how to make homemade dog biscuits and stuff. And it's really kind of cute, so I left it in there. So after the credits, there's about, I don't know, about a 3 or 4 minute segment. So if you want to learn how to make homemade dog biscuits, or there's some other treat he makes, it's at the end of both of these, and it was really kind of neat, so I left it in for you. All right, coming up this weekend and next weekend. This weekend first over at the Towers, they're going to be having their buyer reception. So if you've ever wondered what it was like to live at the Towers, go on over there Sunday at 1 p.m. and they're going to have realtors there. They're going to have a reception with some hors d'oeuvres. Then if you want to tour some of the units that are available, you'll be able to do that. And then something you definitely need reservations for. That they appreciate if you call them, just so they know. But this one you definitely need to. This is the Father's Day brunch that will be happening on Father's Day, Sunday the 16th. Cost is $26. They have a wonderful brunch spread out there, and you need to call for this one for sure. The number is 949-597-4278 for the Towers brunch or the buyer reception. Now, good weather coming up. A little bit more fog out there this morning if you're watching us in the morning. But going forward, we're going to warm it up for you, especially Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We're going to go from below normal to above normal. Normal would be Saturday. This time of the year, we're usually in the upper 70s. The June gloom, that's all with it. But as we get to Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we might have a little fog in the morning, but not as much. And we're going to actually be above normal. That's kind of the weather you'd see closer to the end of June into July. So we're going to have a stretch of warm to hot weather, hot inland for sure. We're going to look at Palm Springs, going to be up there 105 to maybe 109 coming up this weekend. So if you're headed out there, here's the state weather. Warmer on Sunday everywhere you go. I've kind of given an average temperature, but it will be warmer everywhere you go on Saturday. So overall, just beautiful weather here in the state. So go out and enjoy it wherever you might be doing. We'll see you Monday. Take care.